First thing I wanted to talk about, oh, sorry, 1 second. The first thing I wanted to talk about was the LPPA website. Now, as an employer, all the information that you need, all the information that your members need is ultimately, or should be, on this website. I appreciate that sometimes finding the information isn't that easy. So what I thought would be useful, rather than me try and go through all the different pages, because there's so much in there, just to pull out some of the key pages that I think you might find useful, either for yourself or to pass on to your members. So just to kick things off, I thought there's been a few conversations earlier, and there was a session on the UPM Employer Portal. I just wanted to highlight that there is a page on there on the LPPA website all about the UPM Employer Portal. There's lots of resources on there, so that the guides are here ready to download. There's tips on running your estimates, step-by-step process. There's loads of FAQs down here at the bottom. There's easy videos. So we've put this together relatively recently, just to try and support you through that process, because obviously the portal's new. It's new for us, it's new for you as well, and we just want to make sure that it's a seamless process when you're trying to navigate that. So all the links that I'm sharing, by the way, are on the slide presentation. We will share those with you, so no need to jot this down as such, but please be aware that that one exists. Likewise, there's another page on the employer section of the website, which is dedicated to submitting your data returns. Again, a new process. It seems to be a trend, certainly this last year or so. There's lots of new information about submitting your data return, but we try to make it as simple as possible by just putting some information together here on the website. So you can download the templates really easily. You can find the specification documents to help guide you through. The guides are on there. There's everything's done in a step-by-step, simple way. And we've also added some top tips on there as well, so that you can see, some of the common reasons why it might not go through as smoothly as you'd like it to. We've tried to highlight those so that it just makes it that bit easier for you, really. And again, we've got the usual frequently asked questions down the bottom on this page. So if you are struggling to submit returns, or you've got questions on it, all the information that you need should be on this page on the website. The third employer page that I've just sort of pulled out is what we call Employer Essentials. Now, this is a bit of a catch-all page, and I know Jess has touched on bits and Judith touched on bits of this earlier, but if you want to know what your roles, responsibilities as an employer are, there's lots of information on here that you can go and have a look at, so you can dig a bit deeper, and there's information on new joiners, contributions, appeals and discretions, all of this information, and it's all nicely laid out on the website for you. So it should be there. So it's quite a useful page just to have it in your library, really, the Employer Essentials page, because it's got a bit of everything there for you, just to guide you through what you need to do. Obviously, as an employer as well, you're also a member of the scheme, and I'm sure you get lots of queries from your members asking about how do I do this, that and the other. So I just thought, again, I'll highlight some of the pages that I think will be really useful for you. One, for yourself, but also for your members. And a lot of these pages are new this year, so you might be, if you've been working with the scheme for a long time now, you might not be familiar with all of these, so it's just worth highlighting them for you. The first one, we've put a lot of work into this, actually, which is, it's the Help Hub page on the website. So we've tried to get it so that every little bit of information that a member wants to know, they can find on this page. There's not a lot, it's not in-depth information, it's short, sharp questions, answers, and really simple information. So we've put it into bite-sized FAQs, bite-sized videos, all the forms and documents they might need, any training requirements. It's all here in one page. And if they don't want to navigate it by going through these blocks, they can just stick in the information in the search engine there, and it'll highlight exactly what they need. But just to give you a bit of a taste of what I'm saying here, if you look on the FAQ section, there's everything from pension basics to online accounts, the bereavement process. And you can dig down, you can see there's questions on all kinds of things, from what's a care reevaluated pension mean, and it's just got some really short, sharp information that's really useful for your employees or for any members of the scheme. Things like the the terms and the phrases. That it can be very jargon heavy in our industry, and we've just tried to clarify it and do a bit of a jargon buster on some of this stuff. So, you know, what's normal pension age? It just tells you, so on and so forth. Hopefully you get the idea. You know, if people want to opt in and opt out, there's quick information that will link them to the right part of the website. And it's boundless, this information. You know, there is a lot of it if you go through. Obviously I've not got time to do all of that now, but just wanted to highlight that that's there really. So that's the help hub. Another section that's quite useful, I think, for you and for your employees is the new joiners section. So it's for members who've recently joined the scheme. We've put this section together just so that they can get to grips with the actual benefits that they've actually got, you know, as far as the pension's concerned. So understanding the basics, you know, how auto enrolment works, how the pension works, the fact that they've got Pension Point, their online account, and how to log in. And then they might have pensions they want to transfer in, or might want to add an AVC or an APC or an added pension to the scheme. So that information's there as well, all together. So if you've got any new joiners, it's a nice one just to earmark this page, and then you can point them towards it. And again, you know, there's videos on there, and there's a few FAQs and whatever, but quite a useful section, I think. And then the last one, obviously, we've got within the last year or so a brand new member portal called Pension Point. Hopefully, as I think it's been mentioned a few times today, you've all registered yourselves, but we are trying to encourage as many members as possible to register for Pension Points, because, you know, there's some great information for them to access about the pension on there. So what we did when we were launching the new site, we've put together a page of resources all about Pension Point. So bite-sized videos on how to register, how to log in, how to use the online calculators, you know, some information on what it actually is and what's available there. And we are updating this page on a regular basis as well. So, you know, any new additions that we're adding, you know, we've talked about the pension history pages we added recently to the site. We're starting to add all of this information into the FAQs so people can navigate really easily, understand what's available to them. And hopefully, ultimately, it means fewer queries for you as an employer as well. So, again, a nice page to have in your armoury, really, that you can pass on to members, and also have a look yourself, because yeah, you know, as a member, it's useful to you too. So they're just some of the pages that we've looked at this year. There's obviously a lot more on there, and I do urge you to go to the website and have a look. And Jess, I know you were just talking through the retirement pages that we're looking at, and you know, it's a huge part of our service, you know, in terms of what we do as an administrator. The retirements process is massive, and we really want to work with you and with members to make it as seamless as possible. So we're doing a lot of work on the website as we speak, and you know, watch this space. There will be some nice additions in the new year that's really going to help that process move along a lot more smoothly. So yeah, just very whistle-stop tour of the website, but please do use that, as you know, that is our hub of information. And as I say, everything you need should be on there. The next thing I wanted to mention, which is cheating a little bit because it is on the website, but it's the employer toolkit. And I know there was a question earlier about how do I get information on Pension Point that I can pass on to my employees. Well, this is where you go effectively. So we've created some ready-made communications that you can just pass to your employees in a really, you know, 2 or 3 clicks and you're there sort of thing. So rather than me sort of talking you through, I'll just show you the page very quickly. So if you go to the toolkit page on the website, whether you're looking after an LGPS firefighter or a police scheme, you can just click on these dead easy links. So if you go to the LGPS page, you can see there's Pension Points intranet copy there ready for you to download and copy into your intranet page. There's a email copy, or there's actually a function here. If you have Outlook, you can actually click on and download an email. It'll populate an Outlook email. So all you have to do is send it to your employees. It's done and dusted, all about Pension Points. And then there's posters if you've got notice boards. You know, just to give you a quick example of this, actually, I'll just see if I can go in there and open up. It just lets you download useful information, so you can stick that up on a notice board. It tells you the benefits of Pension Point, what you can see, how do you register, everything you need to know. And I know all employers work in slightly different ways. Some prefer online, so you could forward this on if you needed to. But yes, you know, the toolkit as it stands at the minute, it is limited just to pension point information. But again, we are looking to expand on that. We want to use this toolkit to pass on information that you can forward to your employees on all kinds of subjects. I think the next thing we're perhaps going to look at is retirement information, you know, because it's a very hot topic and it's a very sensible thing. So if we can get information on there that explains to your employees from you what they need to do when it comes to retirement, hopefully that's a useful addition. So please do go and have a look if you've not seen it already. We have tried to share it, but obviously some things do slip through the net there. So yeah, that's the employer toolkit. I'm not going to dwell too much on emails other than to just say it is a really key communication channel that we do use. So I'm always conscious that we're all bombarded, aren't we, by emails. There's so many messages that different companies want to send you, but we do try and only send you things that are important to you. So do look out for our emails. Typically the kind of things we'll put on there, you know, housekeeping emails, if we've got new team members or we've updated addresses or new pages and things like that, we'll just send you an email to let you know. If there's any enhancement to the sites, the UPM employer portal or pension points, we'll drop you a note just to let you know. Newsletters, things like that, statutory communications like ABSs, if we need to update your members, we'll just keep you in the loop with an email. So please do look out for our emails, which will come from the LPPA mailbox. And then just as a bit of a catch-all, we do also send regular bulletins. They're probably about once a quarter, sometimes a bit more frequently. The bulletin's called Pension Pulse, which you may have already seen, hopefully you have. And this will just give you information, you know, a few bite-sized chunks. I'll just show you very quickly, you know, because we do store this on the website as well. So if you miss the email, you can always go back and look at previous editions. So if you look at July's bulletin, it comes out in email form, but we also store it here, and it's like meet our new team members. We've made improvements to the leaver form, new training sessions. It's that kind of thing. It's just nice and digestible for you. So look out for the bulletins if you could, because you know that'll be really useful, and we do try to make them as helpful as we possibly can. Okay, we're not a big company for social media in terms of Snapchat and Facebook and Twitter and all those kinds of things, but we do have two very active channels that I just wanted to highlight really. The first one's LinkedIn, and we are very active on LinkedIn in terms of sending business updates, people updates and team posts. So if you've not done already, please do go and follow us at LPPA Pensions. It will give you, as well as just the business updates that we do, it does give you some useful information on our culture as a business. You know, we do lots of updates on how we interact as a team and what we stand for. So it will give you some good insights. So yeah, please do go and you know, follow us on LPPA Pensions. And if you've not seen it already as well, we've got a really good library of videos on YouTube. And again, you know, go follow us, go and look up the site. We've got everything on there from, you know, information about LPPA, you know, the videos about using pension point and navigating the sites. There's all the training videos that the engagement team do, you know, they're recorded and they're there, so you can go and have a look at any time rather than having to wait for the session. So you've got the best of both worlds there. And we've got lots of, or we're building up a library of FAQs for your members, really. So just like 30-second videos about what's an ABS or what's different elements that they might be interested in. I think videos is a really strong medium that people are using more and more now, and you see it all over the place. But do go and have a look at our YouTube channel and do sign up if you've not done so already. And yet, last but not least, this is my last slide. You'll be pleased to know, I'm sure. We do value your feedback. Really, you know, it's really important to us because we don't like to just update the site or update our communications based on what we think. It's about what you and your members think. So, you know, the insights are hugely important for us. So just to give you a bit of an idea, we currently have regular surveys that go out to anybody who retires, anybody who calls up. The help desk, you can stay on and fill it in a survey. And we do monitor this feedback really closely, and we use it to help evolve and improve our process. We also, after every training session from the employer engagement team, they always ask for feedback to try and improve those sessions. I think it's been said a few times, and we're going to ask after this session, we're going to send you an email just to say, what did you think of the employer forum? Was it useful? How could we improve it? And it's so useful that we do this. I think it's fair to say this. I hopefully won't get told off for putting this out there, but I think it's we're going to send an employer survey next year, just to gauge your opinions on a little bit in a little bit more depth, really. Just, you know, how are we supporting you? How can we improve things? What do you think of the service? What's going well? So do look out for that in the new year, because we'll be pushing that out for you to find out your thoughts. And there's also little pop-up feedback boxes on a lot of the web pages as well. So if you go to some of the new pages in particular, we want to make sure they're right, they've got the right information. So if you see any pop-up feedback surveys on there, it takes literally a minute. It's 2 questions usually, saying, do you like the page? What would you like to see? Please do go on and complete them, because it does help us. And yeah, that's it really. And I know I've rattled through very quickly, because there's so much we could talk about from a communication point of view, but hopefully you found that useful. And all the links that I've shared today are on these slides, which we'll share. And as I say, look out for the forum survey as well at the end. So yeah, that's it for me. Thanks for your time. And I'm going to pass on to what I think is hopefully a fun session now with Maisie and with Connor. So thanks very much.